Right, my final video of the day. This is for Prepare OET. I've already made about 3 videos for the other groups on Telegram. OET Premium, OET Study Group for all Turkish doctors in the UK, and now Prepare OET. So I've got 3 letters here. I picked these up earlier in the day, and if yours is not included, it's just not included. Maybe I'll make another video tomorrow. We'll see. Anyway, following up on our earlier conversation, well, why would you put a contract that's not a contraction if it said I'm, and I wouldn't use contractions in. Anyway, I'm writing to refer Miss Jane, 25-year-old single receptionist, as if we need that information. Hawaii suspect has an ectopic pregnancy, because you can count a pregnancy, can you not, for further management. She has a family history of deep venous thrombosis and had, why did you use past perfect, why not present perfect, and has never conceived before. So she, I would have made it Miss Jane. Initially presented to my surgery, don't need a capital letter there. Initially presented to my surgery on the 15th of the 2nd with a 2-day complaint of lower abdominal pain, which was worse in the right iliac region. She had, what, so had? You mean it's finished? So she started a new relationship 2 months ago and started POP at the same time, or at that time. So why is this a sentence and thus? You're not writing an academic essay. Thus, therefore, it's supposed to be a letter, so we don't need this. And it's the same information, so we can put it in the same sentence. So she started a new relationship 2 months ago, and you could have made that a POP at the same time. Use a relative pronoun, which meant that her menses were irregular, and we don't need therefore, and she was unaware of a last menstrual period. Okay. Her examination was unremarkable, except for what you've already told us. She was advised. I give you advice, the noun. I advise you, the verb. She was advised to return next day for her lab test. What? For her lab test or lab test results? Where do you say you gave her a test? Where do you mention this? So you've introduced something that you haven't previously mentioned. She was advised to return next day or the next day for her lab test, presumably results. Unfortunately, don't use that. Judgemental language, we're not supposed to. On today's visit. Today, Miss Jane's abdominal pain has worsened and she had an overnight vaginal bleeding. Oh, in addition to this, went off, she had a pain. Her vitals were normal. She had sometimes, as previously, don't need that article. She had 10 minutes positive for a urine test was normal. Not well, we don't really need that. I mean, if a pregnancy test is positive, and why is this not part of the same sentence? However, her urine test was normal. Based on the above, I am requesting you to take over her management urgently. Why kindly? Simply. And please inform me of her condition, or why of her condition's outcome. What the outcome of her condition? Don't need that. Please inform me of her condition. Yours faithfully, Dr. Amin. Okay. Not too bad. Just a little couple of things there. Bit of grammar, but in general, not too bad. Right, what do we have here? Okay, first things first. Now, I can see that you've put a full stop or period. We don't need it. Mr., Mrs., Ms., don't need it. It's only Captain, Superintendent, Doctor. You don't need it for Mr., Mrs., Ms. 52-year-old gentleman. Well, you can say gentleman or just say man. We can guess that from the name in any case. And the title, The honorific, so we don't really need that. Who has been diagnosed with adenocarcinoma of the semicolon to you for your further assessment and management. Okay. 2 weeks ago, Mr. McRae came to my clinic complaining, feeling tired and fatigued. If he is feeling tired, he is fatigued. He'd had his condition since September of 2013, about infection. Also, he complained of abdominal discomfort, gas, intermittent episodes of diarrhea, and constipation. Okay, on examination, no masses are guarding in the abdomen were, detected, because noticed means something else. Might probably say detected instead of noticed. Detected. In order to rule out, we don't need definite article. Inflammatory bowel disease in general, so we don't need an article. Crohn's disease or malignancies, CBC, FOBT, and a colonoscopy, because you can count a colonoscopy, it's countable. Well, or today I would separate that, put it in a separate paragraph. Keep your paragraphs for one issue only. And while I'm doing that, I'll just put some space here. Okay, let's go back to this. Okay. Today, after 2 weeks, he still feels tired. The CBC shows anemia, and FOBT is positive, or the FOBT. Now, I would spell out your abbreviations. I always do. I think it's best for the first time to spell them out. We can put a definite article in front of colonoscopy because we introduced it before, and we know it's a particular accountable item. For colonoscopy, or his colonoscopy detected malignancy in the ascending colon, because it's a particular colon, which the biopsy, or his biopsy, confirmed to be adenocarcinoma. Now, what's this doing here? Why have we put this here? So, in terms of logic, first of all, so you are telling a story. You say, so he came, he had a test, and this happened, and this happened. In light of the results of what I've just explained. So this paragraph doesn't really fit here. It breaks it up, and there's no need for it. If you have to put this, he's married and he's got 4 kids, though, who cares? The smoking part, okay. Family history, he doesn't have any. So if he doesn't actually have any, why aren't you telling me what he doesn't have? Now, if he did have a history of carcinoma, blah, 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 then yes, I would mention it. If he's a smoker and he's a bit overweight, that might have some bearing on the case. But 4 children, what's that got to do with anything? So I wouldn't put it here. I'd probably put it in paragraph 2, and I probably wouldn't include all of this. I mean, again, why would you tell people something that they don't have? If he did have it, a history, please note he has a significant family history. And obviously, history, it's in the past, so we don't need that anyway. Please note Mr. McRae has a significant medical history. Why does it say or? So, is it a medical? Is it a family? Well, because you said like it's, he doesn't have, but still, he doesn't have any. So again, there's no real point to this. He doesn't have anything. Okay, so, all right. If he did, then yes, you'd say, please note Mr. McRae has a significant history of blah, 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 blah. Okay, so in light of the results of a colonoscopy and biopsy, appreciate the assessment is convenience. Okay, that's pretty good. Pretty good, not too bad. Just a couple of things I would possibly change. But apart from that, not bad at all. Not bad. Now, what do we have here? Mr. Miller, writing to refer this patient whose symptoms of investigation are suggestive of liver cirrhosis for further assessment and management. Oh dear. Mr. Miller first presented on the 10th, blah, 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 with rectal pain, nausea, and vomiting. Right, I wouldn't put it in brackets. It's kind of like case notes. I wouldn't do that. You could say, so, what's this? After she? Consume. Why is that infinitive? If it's in the past tense, it should be consumed. And again, she, hang on, was it Edward Miller? It's a he, so what's all this? She, he, she. It's not, now it's Mrs. Miller. Who is this? Who is this transgender individual? So, very basic mistakes. Your pronouns and your gender. Try to avoid that. I mean, I shouldn't laugh, but it's Mr., then it's Mrs., then it's he, then it's she. From the name, we can guess it's a man. Okay. Anyway, that aside. So, Mr. Miller first presented with rectal pain, nausea and vomiting, and several episodes of vomiting over the previous 5 days, which started after he consumed 2 drinks of alcohol. She was also noted. Well, first, why was also noted? What kind of structure is that? He also noted a loss of 5 kilograms of weight. He also noted a loss of 5 kilograms. And we know that it's weight. What else could it be? Noted. Well, noted that what? So did Mr. Miller mention this to you? Did he report or state a better verb possibly than noted? On examination, he was fatigued. I'm fatigued with changing of his pronouns. He was fatigued and feverish with blood pressure 160/90 plus 80. No abnormality detection. What? Why is that a noun phrase? I mean, there was no abnormality detected. Make it a verb, not a noun. Or no detection of abnormality. Either one of those. Therefore, are you writing an essay? Are you writing an academic essay? Therefore, moreover, thus, hence. That's not the language of a letter. Start those of domperidone and pantoprazole, and so injection. Can you count an injection? Yes, you can. So article and advised. Right. Where's your subject? Who was advised to do what? Who advised whom? And he was now. Would you advise somebody to come back? No, you would tell them, I want to see you in 2 days. That's what you would do. The doctor might advise you to stop drinking. He might advise you to lose weight, but he would say, if you take my advice, you'll come back in 2 days. Well, no, you would simply tell them. You say, okay, I want to see you in 2 days' time, blah, blah, blah. You wouldn't advise them. You would tell them. Well, or ask them. 2 days' time. Don't need that if there was no improvement. Unfortunately, judgemental. I'm not supposed to use judgemental language. Mr. Miller represented with a severe vomiting. Vomiting, it's a verb. Can we count it? A vomiting or episodes with several episodes of severe vomiting. And again, you want to be careful with the shorthand. Consistent pains in his right quadrant so in his right, wouldn't it better make abdominal quadrant? Make it an adjective. And generalized body itching. He was distressed, fatigued, and feverish. His vital signs showed a BP. Oh, now this is like case notes. That's not grammatically complete sentences, as the criteria says. You have to write a grammatically complete sentence. That's more like case notes. His head-to-toe examination. Did you really? Examine him head to toe. Really? Okay, if that's what you usually do. So if I come to see you and I have a headache, you're going to examine me for head to toe. Okay. So what test? Have shown. Well, have shown, why is it present perfect? Wouldn't it be show? If it came today and you're writing now about, so examination revealed and plus test. So it's either showed or show because it's a current condition. So you can use a present simple. I mean, you can use a present because it's kind of tricky because today we don't know when you're writing this. If it was immediately after, you could use present simple. Now, right, so that being said, you could stick to the simple past there because earlier in the day it revealed this, blah, blah, blah. But if he's got impaired liver function, that's not something that's just happened overnight. So this must be a condition. So therefore we could use present simple. Blood tests show, because it's something that he has, an impaired liver function. And we probably wouldn't use an article there because it's liver function in general, so we don't really need an article. Mrs. Miller, that transgender, again, is a chronic alcohol drinker. Really? Really? You don't say. You don't say. You don't say, Doc. Well, I would never have guessed that. Okay. So why is this way down here? Why is this way down here? Shouldn't it be after this? Yeah? Because it's kind of illogical where it is now. And has a known... were you planning on treating him with peanuts? Okay. In view of the above, has been suffering. Has been? Isn't he suffering from it now? Has. Liver cirrhosis and is your specialist assessment. Should you have any questions, please not hesitate to contact me. Okay. So, apart from the strange confusion due to pronouns and those things I mentioned, that's not too bad, So, 1, 2, 3, that will do for me for today. I might make some more videos. I might do another one tomorrow on Friday. We'll see how it goes. Because obviously, I do have to do other things. But, okay, I hope that helps in any case. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and you'll get all the notifications because I do videos for the other... I'm in about 4 groups on Telegram now. I do videos for all of those. So if you want to keep up to date with the latest video action, feel free to subscribe.